Today we talk about that, say, two parts actually. The first part is about, say, the catalog. Second part is, say, what vehicles, say, available for foreigners who want to invest in China. The first one that, say, the catalog is published by Chiefing, the National Reform Committee, and also the Ministry of Commerce, because in China, there are two sets of law, not one. The two set of law is one to regulate the domestic entities, means Chinese. For the foreigners, all right, they have another set of law to govern foreigners, the foreign enterprise in China. And then how they do it? Actually, say in China, actually in 2002, all right, they have, say, a catalog. They have four types of, say, things for foreigners. Number one, we say that, say, encourage, means they want you to do it. They really want, say, foreigners to do it. For example, to invest a factory in China, to trade with China, all right, in general for the general commodities, they're encouraged. Some are permitted, but you need some special, all right, some special approval. Some of the things are restricted, maybe restricted to joint venture only. Say, for example, the development of land use, okay, how you develop land, because land is kind of scarcity, all right, for every country. Of course, China has a very big country. However, in view of the huge population, all right, it's land is scarce actually. So they say they really want to keep something. Some of the infrastructures like ports, am I right? Some of the things actually they are prohibited, means foreigners are not allowed to do it. Okay, so that we have four categories. It started from 2002. The National, say, Reform, say, Committee, and also have the Ministry of Commerce. They have published a catalog. The catalog actually revised year by year. Okay, in this year actually something changed, but it's changed not a big change. All right, it's some changes that we have to know what are the changes. We know that, say, in the 2017 version, there's something changed, all right? We say that, say, it's a gradual change. A couple of negative lists. Negative list means if something in the negative list, a foreigner could not do it, could not invest it. Very simple, okay? So a concept that, say, we have, if it is a negative list, it means that a foreigner have no chance, no mean, not possible to invest in China. For example, aviation. Okay, aviation, all right? Not possible. For example, that doing, say, cultural, I think, say, broadcasting, for example. Broadcasting, all right? It's not possible. So we know it, something that we can do. In general, we can do a lot of things. But some of the things that, say, the Chinese really highly regulated, okay, maybe restricted, maybe prohibited, cannot do it, simply do it. So that whenever you do something, you think that, what kind of thing I'm doing? Is it encouraged, permitted, prohibited, or a kind of, say, restricted? What categories they are? And then, say, in this year, actually, in the past, all right, we have removed something. ID person, like, say, my friend here, he will find that, say, a couple of things very nice for them, all right? For example, we say the rail transportation equipment, they're open already, all right? We found, say, motorcycle, new energy vehicle, batteries, seafood, satellites, unconventional oil, all right? A lot of things. They're all right, removed it because we can do it as foreigner. We can do it, as well as domestic person like Chinese. So the thing changes. And then, like VR, like AR, okay, are encouraged already. So they say, if you're doing this, you may asking for the local government to give you some subsidies. For encouragement things, usually the government will have something to encourage you by giving you a lot of subsidies, maybe a few million. Okay, so they say, you know, where should you ask for subsidies? And then where to incorporate your cooperation is also important because, for example, if you're in free trade zone, you will enjoy more, say, government, say, subsidies or a kind of procedures, okay, or policy that's, say, more favorable to a kind of conventional, say, places, so that you know where to incorporate. You say, free trade zone is a good place, usually. Okay, check carefully. And you found that, say, something could not do it, all right? You say they're highly regulated, for example, banking, security, healthcare, telecommunication. Sorry, they're restricted. Okay, so that you know it. Don't worry, actually, if you add me, all right, I will put you into the Simon Say legal briefing group. All right, if you add me, I will put you there. And then say, I will upload our presentation there. It is my, traditionally, every time when I finish, all right, I will put, say, all the materials. Presentation is a short one. Actually, I have, say, more comprehensive things they put into the checkbook that you can read on your own as kind of, say, maybe for your interests, for your reference, all right, you can download it, okay? I put in the group. Some of the things that, say, industry, for example, say, cannot do it, restricted already, all right? If it's not restricted, means, say, following, say, enterprise and also the domestic enterprise have equal rights. And then something with you know, China actually are going to about, say, 2025, all right? That one is called manufacturing. You say for manufacturing is 4.0, something like that, all right? It's a new thing that China want to achieve. And then say a lot of, say, things that we have to put as well. So they say whenever is there any incentive, you are. So that when you want to invest in China, ask, you should find something that for encouragement, okay? Encourage the industry to do rather than restricted, prohibited, all right? And then you have to ask, say, the Ministry of Commerce to give you special approval. If you are very big, sometimes you get it. Just like the tycoon in Hong Kong before Mr. Lee Ka-sung, okay? He got the port, all right, in Yantian. He owned more than 51%. He owned 51%. Actually, by law, no foreign entities can own a port for more than 49%. But Mr. Lee, all right, Lee Ka-sung, all right, from Hong Kong, he owned 51% of the Yantian port, container port. It is actually, say, approved by, number one, the Ministry of Commerce, number two, the State Council, all right? And then you need this to approve it. Otherwise, you cannot get it. So you need, if you're really big, all right, you can negotiate with China government to give you special things, all right? If you want to build a railway system in China, do you think you can get it? All right, I don't think so, all right? So they say, you know, something that we cannot get it as a foreigner. We need, all right, if you restrict it, you need MOFCON, Ministry of Commerce, okay, to approve it. For the, say, FTZ, all right, free trade zone is the best place that you're looking for new opportunities. Whenever do it. In China, there's a practice, because I studied law for a long time already. I started studying Chinese law in 1987. And then a lot of things that, say, China, they want into a pilot scheme, they will use, say, a couple of, say, special area, like, say, special economic zone, okay? The high-tech zone, all right? And then they will give incentives. So whenever we want to invest in China, open your ear. Where is that kind of free trade zone, high-tech zone, special economic zone, okay? Are you qualified as a high-tech company that you will have, say, a 10% lower of the tax from traditional 25% drop into 15%. All right, think about that. Whenever you do something that the country encourages you to do so. Do not do something too difficult. Against the wave, against the current, it's difficult to survive. Always, all right, follow the current. It will be easier. China is very easy because the economic plan they will declare is 5-year plan, published. It won't change. It's very easy to read Chinese economics because they have a 5-year plan declared every term. The 5-year plan will not change within that 5-year term. So that whenever you do it, read carefully about, say, the plan of China. What is the next 5-year plan? Follow the plan. You can reap the benefits. This is China. Okay, something that, say, released, right, for manufacturing a lot of things, right? Rail transport equipment, R&D on mobile electronic network, and then say high energy power battery, all right? They all are the new thing released that you can invest. Motorcycle, all right, civil satellite, a kind of say edible oil, say, and then processing of rye flour, say good sugar, and then say a lot of the preparing the marine engineering equipment, medium low speed, say diesel engine. They all are encouraged, released for you. For servicing, all right, as well, say some highway, say passengers transport service, ocean shipping, charity company, credit investigation, rating service. This one, China wants to establish its own rating concept because you know that every time China criticizes, all right, they are not neutral. They are not neutral, all right? So that China wants to open this. One day to come, all right, have a more talk on that, encourage people how to rate, say credit, rating, okay? Because S&P, for example, all right, they'll give you Moody, all right, a kind of credibility, all right, a lot of thing rating system. They want them to come here. Then you know more how can you do it this way. Talk about mining, actually, say China is open a lot, all right, mining. And then say new encouraged industry, they are manufacturing IE, medical, say rescue device, VR, AR, operating system parking facility, all right? So that if you are doing smart city, I think it's a good opportunity for you to go to China, using smart city concept. You say, so we think, or how, why we invest in China, we have to know, say, the signal sending from the government, and then we invest in that kind of area. You can wrap a better opportunities of success. We think in that way. China is easy because they publish the 5-year plan. It won't change. Believe me. Very easy to understand. Because China basically is a planet economy. It's not open economy yet. And then say for something that cannot do it, all right, restriction, aviation, all right, airline, agriculture, forestry, fishing, banking, all right, sorry that, very highly regulated. So if you want to do that, difficult to do it. Okay, prohibited, all right. For example, one thing you found it, this one, aerial photographing mapping, because it infringes, all right, the sovereignty of China. That's why Google is out of China. Do you know Google Map? All right, they're doing a lot of aviation mapping, am I right? That's the reason why they are out of China. They said, no, sorry, cannot, all right? That's why they can use a satellite service to see it, all right? And then to map it. You know a lot of things, broadcasting, radio, television, video on demand basis, all right? This kind of thing, no, never think you can touch. Of course, if you do have a Chinese spouse, that is another story. Okay, you can have a Chinese spouse, am I right? Yeah, you can marry to a Chinese, all right, national. But you can have the Chinese partner because Chinese recognize trust Actually, Chinese law, they recognize trusts as well. It means that if you are a foreigner, you cannot, say, be a domestic company holder, and then you have to entrust a fan to hold the company for you. Type of concept, actually, it is under trust, under the case law, it is already recognized. Do I mean? So that you are a foreigner, but you can have a Chinese entrusted party to hold the company for you. It's another method, okay? Too big fool, all right? That kind of, say, foreign, say, vehicles. Just like this gentleman, John, all right? He said that, oh, luckily that I have a Chinese wife, all right? And then I can do whatever, say, the law allow me to do so. That's why we can have, say, that kind of, say, IT company or technology-based, all right, internet company. Because internet company actually, say, cannot be owned by foreigners under Chinese law, cannot. Okay, we go to others. We go to the second part. In China, basically, there are 5 things, all right, you can do if you want to invest in China. The first one is a rep office. A rep office is not a legal entity. It's not. It means that your company, all right, saying that it's a rep office of ABC, okay? It is not, say, a business entities. The good thing is that actually you can have early startup, and then you can send your staff to China, and then doing a lot of market research, socializing. It's not a kind of promotion, that kind of, say, networking. But the worst thing is that, all right, say, for a web office, you can not issue any VAT invoice. You cannot enter into a contract. Okay? You can't enter into contract. You cannot sign sales contract. You have no ability. You cannot engage you cannot hire your staff. You must need a third-party company to hire the staff and second to you. Use secondment, like fiscal. Okay? So they say a rep office is very fast, and then say it's like a black hole to suck all your money. So they say you have your foreign company, you have to supply all the money to your China rep office. And everything, even the rental, everything going to China, they're taxable. Understand? There's no VAT tax refund, no reduction, nothing. But you have to spend money all the time. So my experience is that people have maybe 3 years after the rep office, they say that, why not I have my own company in China? And then I can better control my staff. Because that lady helped me so well. Actually, it's not my staff, understand? It's seconded by Cisco. All right? It's not my staff. They do not, say, have labor contract with me. All right? That's why people do not like to use a kind of, say, RO, because it's a web office. You cannot do business. You only spend the money there. But the good thing that you have a point in China to do your negotiation, business, say, networking. That is the concept. Okay? More than that. The second thing is that we have, say, WFOE, okay? Wholly Foreign-Owned Enterprise. For the wholly foreign-owned enterprise means that, say, you are a foreigner or foreign company. You can 100% hold your own company. There's no need to have any director or shareholder who is a Chinese, except you need we need a person to receive legal documents. You have to name a person who is a Chinese national. Anyone. RE can be. Okay? Anyone in China, say you can say name it, say a person who is called, say, a proper person to receive legal document in China. Just name it. There's no need for you to pay extra, usually. You have a company, actually, you must have Chinese staff, am I right? So they say it's easy to deal with it. For WFOE, that say there's no need for you to have any Chinese director. The legal rep can be you on your own. You can nominate. The director actually say you have nominated by the shareholder. Usually a WOFE, they can have some simple one, they have no board of directors, some of them. You can have, but you may not have, okay? Because everything actually decided by the shareholder, okay? Director actually nominated by the shareholder, all right? I.e. your parent company. So it's a good way to have a WOFE. However, that is subject to what business you are operating. Are they falling into a restricted one? Just like auto industry, all right? Like say, I'm a Honda, but why also Guangzhou Honda? Why? Why Beijing Shandai? Why? Because it is a protected industry. China, they want, say, to know the advanced technology. Sorry that every auto company, you want to do business in China, open your technology to us, okay? You must have a Chinese partner. Otherwise, you cannot do it. You can have an imported car to China, export 100%, but we charge you 300% of your tax, all right? To make you not saleable in China. It's a lot of way, all right? So they say, honestly, is one of the very unique case, how Chinese, all right? Why Chinese car learning so fast? Why? For past 30 years, actually, the auto industry changed a lot, am I right? Why, say, even the BMW, they have, say, they launched, say, the 5 Series, all right, at the same time in China and over the world. Why? Because they learned a lot from it already, all right? He said, that's the way to do it. You see, so that we need another things that maybe an equity joint venture, may have a cooperative joint, it's a CJV, contractual, say, joint venture, CJV, or someone say that cooperative. There are two ways of calling it. Say one is contractual, by contract, by agreement. Cooperative. The third one actually may not be or may be a legal entity. It may be a legal entity. It may not be a legal entity. Do I mean? They can purely by agreement. It's acceptable by Chinese law. And then we have, say, a foreign investor partnership enterprise. It's a partnership. It's not a company. So it is not a legal person. Going back, all right, a rep office is not a legal person. A legal person is a person that it can perform its conduct as a natural person. Okay? In most jurisdictions, a company can do whatever you like, except the law saying that you could not do it. For example, that I have a company, I can do whatever I like. The first day, I can run the front load service. The second day, I want to be a construction company. The third day, I want to be a photographing company. The fourth day, I want to be a bakery. But imagine that in China, it's not possible. Because in China, actually, you have business scope. Before you incorporate a company, you have a very concise, or you can make it very broad as allowed, okay? But still, very concise business group. If you are fall outside, say, the business group, you are ultra virus already. You are out of the scope of business. Anything you've done is not legal. Understand? You have no that concept. So if I am, say, a company that, say, if I'm a manufacturer, I cannot do trading unless you are trading or selling your own product that you design and manufacture it. So say, imagine that it's very complex, all right? For example, Samsung in China, you know that not all the Samsung mobiles actually made in China, am I right? Not all. Some of them make in China, some are not made in China. So the Samsung need, all right, a service company. They need manufacturing company. They need, say, distribution company. They need, say, also agency company. 4 things to do one, actually. I came from Hong Kong. In Hong Kong, we can have one company to do all. Understand? In Singapore, same. In England, same. USA, same. In a lot of jurisdictions, yes, it's easy to do it. But in China, no, sorry that, all right? Every company, you have a scope, all right? I am an IT company, so I cannot do that kind of thing because not related, all right? Out of your company's scope of business, so you cannot do it. So that whenever you have to do something in China, you have to find out that Is it the right vehicle that you are using? So what I'm doing, you tell the people who incorporate company to you clearly, okay? And then select the best available scoop of business that your company want to do it. It's important, all right? Okay, going back, say, I have to check, all right, the time. Oh, 5 more minutes, all right? The RO already told you that, all right? It's not a legal person. You say everything is supposed to be counted, all right? It is a good way that you can start your early stay in China, and then it's a way, or it's cheap, all right, to start it, easy to start it, all right. However, that is not a legal person, cannot engage in any profit activities, cannot sign agreement. You can only negotiate, and then you have only to social networking, doing some of the demonstration, all right? You can put some of the catalog in your company to show to your client, all right, what we are doing in our home country, okay? A movie that is very popular nowadays because everyone you don't want people control your things. You want people, you're going to do your own things, all right? I can have my own legal representative. A legal representative is the chairman, is a person who can perform all authority of your company when the board is not in session, okay? Because in China, we can have a board of directors, all right, to decide most of the important things. However, all right, the board is not always in session, am I right? So a legal rep, all right, legal representative, he has the power to sign an agreement even without a company chop. It is important. Be careful, okay? So when a foreign company, we have a kind of dilemma. Why? One way, we want the full control. The other way is that we don't want, in the past, don't want to be caught by the PRC government, all right? Because actually, when there's something wrong, the police will come to the company and to catch, right, the legal rep. That's why they don't want to be the legal rep, right, in the past. Especially when we are doing, a lot of, manufacturing work in China. I have been doing manufacturing for 20-some years already. I'm not me, or I'm legal advisor of them. And then we don't want to be the legal rep because whenever somebody non-compliances, or the police come, all right, and ask the legal rep to do something, all right, they do not catch them, all right, but they want to keep them in the police station. 24 hours, 48 hours. But if you're a foreigner, you don't want to be kept there, am I right? You're so frequently. That's the reason that I don't want to be legal rep, all right? So that I want to deploy somebody, he's a Chinese, all right, to be a legal rep. However, if you want the legal rep, he is Chinese, he can sign any agreement that you don't know, right? So you have the dilemma, okay? How to encounter that, all right, is an issue. And then EJV, all right, for example, auto industry, all right, we need, equity joint venture to do it because a lot of, restricted, business, all right, like, land development, like auto industry, like a lot of, things that, Chinese government, they want have, at least 25% actually kept by Chinese, okay, at least, they want it. And then this one actually EJV, the law say that you should have 3 directors. Unlike a WOFE. WOFE, you may not have, you only have a managing director. You can have a board director as you like. It is more flexible, understand? I'm a small company. Actually, I'm the only person, all right, who hold the company. I'm the person. Go to Shanghai Free Trade Zone or using my passport, all right, to incorporate a company, and I am the shareholder. How can I find 3 other directors, all right? So in this sense, you better tell the agent that I want my company have 1 managing director. We have no board of directors, okay? We need that. And then for the EJV, it's not, sorry, because there's a law saying that, the board director must be at least 3 directors. In fact, if you want to have 4 directors, they say that no, because it is even number. you need an odd number. And then in China, all right, you say, I want, say, 5 directors. Say, yes, all right. Please write down the 5 names. They do not have a concept that we have 11 directors, all right, and then I just appoint 3. Cannot. If you have 5, you have 5. If you have 7, you have 7 names. It must be filled all the time, the board of directors. It's different, okay? For under, say, maybe English law, Hong Kong law, Singaporean, Malaysian law, US law, right? They say, I have the board director of 11 people, but we have only 3 directors, maybe 2 directors. It's okay, am I right? But in Chinese law, no. If you say, I want a board director of 5 persons, please name them, give them the passport, give them the ID card, give them the home permit card, all right? Put it there, please, all right? At the time you apply, we have the name. We need it. Otherwise, it's not. So, say for the EJV, you need a Chinese party. For the EJV law, something's dangerous. Because under EJV law, when we have finished, okay, our EJV term, decided not to renew it, all the fixed property will belong to China party. This is important. You don't know, okay? The law saying that. Because in the past, usually say, the Chinese party will contribute the land, the factory, all right? And then say, the foreign party will contribute maybe the machine. The machine, they are movables, so that you can pull out, all right? But the land, the factory, they are fixtures. If they belong part of the land already. So that by the end of the term of the EJV, it means that you cannot have it anymore. But nowadays, all right, the most important thing is a piece of land, am I right? Because I have been advising manufacturers for more than 20 years. All the people, they get rich, not because they manufacturing and sell good products, because they have bought a big plot of land in the water pond before, in the farmland before, but now it's become the city center. That's why, all right, the land appreciate maybe more than 100 times. That's why they become very rich. However, that if you, I think that you cooperate with a PLC partner that, all right, the land will belong to him at the end of the day. What's the point? So that you think about this, all right? So when I have to invest, I have to think carefully that, because the law say that if you go to party A, means China party, okay, PLC party, be careful, okay? For the CJV, usually we vote for one joint venture, one venture. For example, we want to build one building, okay? Maybe the 2 companies will join together to make a cooperative joint venture or contractual joint venture. It's just for one venture only. It's very flexible. People like it because we can dispose of company easily, all right, when we have finished. Or we can, no need to dispose of company because it's not an identity yet. It's only by agreement. So that it's very flexible, but however that, why we use it? Usually we have no choice because we cannot control the thing. For example, that so we want to develop a piece of land, but we do not have the land development rights. That's why we need, all right, or we want to rent, understand? To license. We are very careful. We are a careful person. Chinese parties, they have the land development right. We are a foreign party, we do not have. But they have no money. Fixed lump sum. Okay, use them, all right, to be a false partner, all right? Understand? It's not a true one. Give them fixed amount of money, and then they're holding the land development right. That's why we work together, we wrap all the profits. That's what we think, understand? It's a way to avoid, all right, the law. We can use a cooperative joint venture. We can use EJV, all right, how to do it. But after 30 years opened to the world, China become very careful as well. Not so easy. Sometimes you find that, say, you have a tricky Chinese partner. they are more intelligent than you are. Okay? And then you suffer. And then say, I'm finishing the last one, okay? It is a partnership. A partnership actually means, say, it is not, say, business entities, just like, say, in common law, right? You and me together become partners, and then say, we will absorb all liability when something got wrong, understand? It is not a legal entities, means we will bear all the liability when the business does not doing well. It's important. But the law believes that, say, they allow the foreigners and Chinese, they can mix together to become a kind of, say, partnerships between two or more foreign enterprise, individual, okay? They do it maybe foreigners and then Chinese and foreigners, all right? They can do it. They do it because there's something must be done in this way, not, say, a kind of choice because of no choice, okay? So there is not really well known to people to do it, not, say, very popular because you have no choice, but you have to do that. That's the reason behind. Thank you very much for this presentation. I finished this because I know it's people are getting a hungry stomach. We want to eat something because it's Friday, we work for 5 days, say 5 days already, and then we need, say, a refreshment of our mind, refreshment of our body as well. Welcome today. I finished today. Any questions? Finish. Yeah.
I can ask you later.
Huh? No. Your interest may be others' interest as well.
Yeah. All right. So for that wholly foreign-owned enterprise, WOFI. So what are the specific requirements for that? Okay. So like I want to open that company. The requirements for the funds, that I need to provide, the proof of funds or other requirements?
For WOFI, actually, say you can establish either by, number one, as a natural person, means you are holding a passport, going to China, a specific department saying that I want to open a company, holding your passport, okay? Have a kind of record of entry, a visa, okay? And then they will accept it. If not, all right, you have to do it in your home country. Very long way. For example, if you're American, you need difficult. Number one, you have, say, notary public to notarize it, and then go to a federal government to authorize again, and then go to the China embassy to endorse it, and then you can use it. Otherwise, they cannot. Okay? To save all the problem, you just go to China, go to the office, do it. The second thing is that you can use, say, a company, okay, as a shareholder. As a company that, say, because the Chinese supposed to not know, say, the foreign documents, all right? You have to prove that it is a valid one, all right? It's not a false document. You have to go through the procedures. The Hong Kong one is easiest because, say, number one, the Shanghai authority, they can download the company registry website, they know it there, understand? And then your document actually will be attested by the PRC appointed officer in Hong Kong. They can do it, say, like a routine, okay? Do it easily. You have that one actually in China, say about 15 to 20 working days will finish. If you're a foreigner, you're doing the Shanghai Free Trade Zone company, the minimum amount of the share capital is 100,000 instead of 5 million. Usually they ask you 5 million. Whenever you go to Shanghai, they ask you, you need at least 5 million if you are Chinese. If you are Chinese, 5 million minimum share capital. But if you are a Hong Kong company, you say it's a Hong Kong shareholder, you can have as little as 100,000, okay? 1/50 of that requirement. So that is very favorable to Hong Kong. Hong Kong and China have signed, say, a CEPA, called that, say, Close Economic Partnership Agreement. It means it's a Hong Kong company, Hong Kong person will get the best benefits. You incorporate a company in Hong Kong, say the company is a Hong Kong company, no matter where you are Ukraine or you are from Russia or you're from Brazil, they all recognize you as a Hong Kong company. They recognize the pace of incorporation. They do not recognize the shareholder. They do not recognize, say, who are the directors. Is okay? So they say the fund must be directly, say, from your shareholder, It means that, say, if you have a $100,000, actually may have a bank account bearing the same name of your ABC Limited, and then we transfer to China to your PLC company to finish the capital injection requirement, all right? And then you have your auditor, people who sign a document, and then you finish. In China, actually, say, we have already give up a kind of, say, contribution. Means I promise to pay 100,000. That's okay. And nowadays, actually, no one will demand you. You have not done it within 2 or 3 years, because the law say that, say, you have to contribute your money within 2 or 3 years, all right? But actually nowadays, no one will ask you anymore, because the company law in China already changed, domestic law, saying that, say, a kind of, say, authorized share capital is not, say, distributed, not necessary for you to contribute, understand? You only contribute when your company become insolvency. The law changed, actually. When your company become insolvency, all right, you incur the debts, all right, for example, 10 million, and then you only pay $1, okay, to your company. At that time, say, the company say, the authority say that, sorry, that you have to pay another, all right, say, the 100,000, all right, RMB. Otherwise, say, you're done already, understand? Why we need a share capital? Because, say, the shareholder have limited liability. The company has unlimited ability, okay, with its assets to fulfill the obligations only. It's okay? That's the concept. Okay, thank you very much.
Does a WOFE allow the member or the director, the owner, to have residency? Okay. If you have one of these structures or like a WOFE, so you're the member, the sole shareholder, the owner of the company, does that entitle that person to be an employee and get residency?
People have very quick mind, all right? Yeah, I really think that, say, we have a lot of guests here, they have very quick mind. Because, say, if you invest, all right, a WOFE in China, actually you're the shareholder, all right? And using the company, the company can hire you, engage you. So they say you can apply a work visa using your own company. It's true. But you have fulfilled some requirement. Number one, you are more than 18. You have no criminal records. Number three, you have a university degree. You have 2 years working experience. They are the 4 requirements you must have. Number one, you must be over 18. Number 2, you have no record of criminal records. Number 3, you have a university degree. Number 4, you have 2 years full-time work experience. 4 requirements you have to fulfill. All right, with these 4 requirements, you can apply, okay, yourself as have a work visa in China. Okay, there's no need for you to go to Shenzhen Bay for 1 minute and come back, all right? Yeah, I know people like that, all right? Shenzhen Bay is the best way because there's no need to travel a lot, all right? Go through that one, go back again, all right? Because I have advised a lot of, say, foreigners, all right? They stay here for 19 days. Simon, all right, I have to stay here. What can I do? Ask the driver, send you to Shenzhen Bay, all right? Go through the entry, go back, that's it, all right? No need to spend any money. 1 hour, finish. The best way to renew your visa is that, all right? You go use the Shenzhen Bay, understand? You have multiple visa, you go to Shenzhen Bay, and then walk back, that's it, all right? Go out and walk back, strictly, okay? Any more questions?
Yeah. About this, the same topic, there is not a condition about your office should have some space like 60 square meters?
No. The thing is that very easy to conquer this. Try to find, say, a kind of, say, incubator. Say, co-work, co-space, the kind of, say, and then they have very good relationship with banks. And also with, you can open the bank account easily. And also you can have your, say, visa, say, easily.
Okay.
You need an agent who knows the way how to do it.
Yeah, I have a very bad agent.
Oh.
So Simon, so I have a question. In the old days, it used to be that if you had a woofie, you were not able, you had to have a dedicated address. You were not allowed to share the address with another company. It's changed. So is it restricted that it has to be a similar company? Because it changed, the first change was it had to be a similar company.
No, the things that actually say China do not say need say one room for one company concept. Change already. That's why incubator being very blooming. That's the reason behind.
But it can be unrelated, so it doesn't have to be.
Yes.
So a trading company could go with a food manufacturing.
Unless the company have specific requirement, for example, that I'm a food processing company, all right, so that I need a food processing license, all right. That kind of specific requirement, you need some place to match you. Just the trading company is easy. Consultancy, IT company, they're so easy, all right. They can be anywhere in your bedroom. Okay.
And then there was just another thing related to that. We heard that there was a recent law changed a few months ago where the government said that woofies or companies were not allowed to have an office in what was designated as a residential address. In the past, you could be in a residential address provided that the housing committee gave permission. That was changed, I understand, and now, technically speaking, you have to be in a commercial zone. Is that correct?
Actually, I think it affects part a bit, all right. Say it's easy to get around, am I right? Because say whenever the neighborhood committee will only saying that or say you are not doing the online gaming, you are not doing that, you are not doing a cup of coffee, something that will okay. They say not gambling. There will be some warranties, all right. You have to say that say we will not operate an internet gaming company, we are not doing gambling, we are doing not say pornography, we are not doing exposure things. Yeah. So long as you have decided that one, they will be all right.
But the Shenzhen government, from what we understood when we researched it, we were told that the Shenzhen government has recently, has adopted the same policy that Guangzhou has, where if you are even with the permission, so it's okay. You're saying it is okay?
I don't know yet, all right, because if you change so fast, all right, because different districts have different things, but usually easily to get. No, the thing is that very simple. Just register your company into a cold space. They charge you very minimal money, and then you still work in your own company. This is correct? We are careful person, all right? No. Because you can have your company in a cold space as official address.
Yeah, exactly.
You can have your own things, all right?
Exactly, yeah. So that was the way around it. What we were thinking is we would just rent a small, shared office to buy, because actually we were told we couldn't get issued our papers, our official documents, if we were in a residential address. So there was the way around it was to rent a co-space, but have your actual business somewhere else.
Number one, no one will break down into your residence or your company, all right, to check that it is work or for residential, am I right? So easy to get around. So use code space, all right. If you need it, ask me. I know a lot, okay? They are capable for foreigners as well.
Simon,
Yeah.
I have my office in a residential place, and I have all the license, but it's restrict license. I cannot have people coming in like a coffee shop or something else. It's like for business only.
Yeah, for business only, yeah.
Just for business.
Yes.
That I have all the licenses.
Yeah, you're right.
Okay, Simon, I have a question about the director. That's something I wasn't real clear on. So,
Should be the last question because I think everyone got quite hungry, all right?
okay.
Yeah.
So you start a woofie, you're the shareholder, the owner. You are required to have a director? You are required to have a director? Yes, no?
That depends on the M&A of your company. If your company need a board director, you need it. But you can change it, understand? Very simple. If your M&A saying that you need a board director and simply change a new set of M&A, management articles, saying that say, the company do not need, say, a board director. You only have a managing director. Change it. Very simple.
Okay, so you can just have one person in the company?
Yes.
Okay. For a woofie?
Yes.
Okay. All right, last question, that's it.
Yeah, okay, thank you. Thank you very much for coming.